Hey everybody out in YouTube land. Alright, so I've got 17,000 subscribers on my channel. Oh boy, here's the dog. I can never make a video without the dog's attacking me. Alright. There's the dog. So YouTube, I've got 17,000 subscribers on my channel. I've got, I used to get a lot of views. My views have gone down a little bit, but I'm still making a ton of views. Still getting a lot of views. So, I've been shooting video for about 5 years on here. And I started off with a DSLR, really old one. I haven't used it in years after I bought my Panasonic that I've done a bunch of reviews on. Bought my Panasonic camcorder. A couple different models, but they're all the same. They are really all the same. If you look at the specs, Panasonic hasn't really changed anything in years. They've added a twin lens, but everything, all the cameras seem to be the same. So I'm trying to decide, what do I want to do? What should I do? Should I stick with 1080p? I like my Panasonic, and I know some people are going to say the Sony's better, the Canon's better. The reason I like the Panasonic is because it's got 90x on the zoom. It's got also, I think, 1500 and 3000. 3000 is ridiculous. You can't use it. 1500, you can barely use it. I mean, 150. No, 150x. Not. Okay, so it's got 90x, 150x, and 3000x. 3000x, you just can't use it at all. I've tried it. I've zoomed in on some ships out there in the water. It's really hard. Even with a tripod, it's not worth it. 150x, I've used it all the way up to 150, and it's good. 90x, I zoom into 90x all the time. And I know we're talking the difference between digital and optical. I don't care. When I'm out doing video and I want to zoom in on something way down, whether it's a crime scene or an accident or construction site, or if I want to zoom in, I can use the 90x, which I keep the camera set to all the time. And so I guess I'm using digital all the time and not optical. But that's okay. I use 90x constantly. Most of the other cameras out there are 20x or 50x. That is why I bought the Panasonic. And if you look at my reviews, I returned it a couple days later thinking, what a piece of garbage. And then I realized how much I missed it, and I went out and I bought it. And I still have a brand new one sitting in the box for a year that I have not even opened up. So I'm getting to the point where I want to buy another camera, because that's what we do, is we spend money in life. And I'm thinking, should I go with a 90x is really important to me. That zoom, I do use it a lot. And so having a powerful zoom means a lot to me. I don't know if I could get by with a 50x or a 20x. So what I'm thinking is, should I go with 4K? Panasonic's got, I don't know what it is. I think it's their 4K camera. I think it's 981XK or something like that. Some number, if anybody knows the 4Ks, they'll recognize it. Like 981X or 981K or something 1K or X. So I'm looking at that because it's probably the exact same thing. The specs are almost the same as what I'm shooting on now, except it has 4K. I don't know if it's got Ultra HD, or I'm new to all this stuff, so I don't understand the HD that much. Then I'm looking at Canon. Everybody, all the famous YouTubers are using the Canon XA11. And I'm thinking, do I really want a massive camera? I know the camera is really good. I don't use external mics, and I don't know if I'd even mess with that. So I don't know if I need all that stuff that's in the handle. I'm probably not going to shoot an infrared. I might, but I probably won't. So the question is, do I really need the XA11 from Canon? Because I'm not going to use half the stuff, and it's humongous. I like my little Panasonic because I can hold it in my pocket. I can put it in my pocket, in a jacket pocket, if I need to. Let me show you. So that is not the one, obviously, that I'm recording with, but they're all the same body. Like I said, all the Panasonics for the last so many years, nothing has really changed. Nobody seems to be coming up with any innovations at all. So this is what the camera is. I can pop it, hold it in my hand. I can put it, when I'm walking down the street, nobody really sees it until I get to a place where I want to shoot. And it's just not noticeable, and I don't feel weird walking down the street. I try to protect it a little bit when I'm walking down the road or when I'm going out in around a bunch of people. But I don't know if I'd want to walk around with a humongous camera or something that is worth, I think I bought this for like $200. The one I'm using I think is $250, or who knows. They're not that expensive. The Panasonic camcorders are not expensive. Not sure I really want to walk around with a $1,500 XA11. I'm in good neighborhoods most of the time, or all of the time. But it's humongous, number one. And do I need all that stuff that it offers? And do I want to spend all that money? So as far as the money, I don't really care. You know, if it's a $2,000 camera, if it does what I need, I'll spend the $2,000. That's the whole point of shooting video. But most of my videos are reviews. If you look at my channel, most of my videos are just I review products, I put it on a table, pretty bad lighting in the room, and I shoot my video. But they come out pretty good. And I don't really shoot at nighttime. So I'm trying to decide. And I'm taking this to the people who watch my videos. And some videos that I've got on there have got a million views, and other videos have 10 views. So I don't know if anyone's going to see this, but give me your advice. I know that Canon is coming out with a camera in April of 2019, and people were complaining about it's not any different than, I think it's the G. The G is in George 50, G50. But that's pretty expensive too. And then the Panasonic, that I was talking about, that comes in at about $647. That's reasonable. You know, buying one of these for $647 and a 4K is not that bad. But then you look at the XA11, which is $1,300. That's twice the amount for something like that. And yeah, I know if you're a pro YouTuber and you understand all those settings, then maybe that's something that is worth it to you. But for me, not sure it is. So the $647 for the Panasonic 4K, and if you get it with the little eyepiece on the back, they add another $200, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous to add $200 for something like that. So, and then I'm looking online, and people are saying, do you really need 4K? Most cell phones can't view 4K. Most computers can't view 4K because they're not powerful enough. And either the graphics card or the display. And then your display. Most displays can't view 4K. So it's coming around maybe in another 5 years, 10 years, but for the most part, most people are not really looking at 4K. And then the other thing is, do I need 4K? Do I really need to show that extra nose hair on a person when I'm zooming in on them? Do I need to show that extra piece of tire tread on a tire? Do I want to worry about... I've got a really slow computer. It serves my purpose. It's about 8 years old, but it does really well. Do I want to deal with an ultra slow uploading, downloading, rendering, and posting it online, and the slow speed with editing, and then the massive amounts of disk space to store the files for a while? Do I want to deal with that, or should I just be sticking with 1080p for a while? Because I know that the really cool people and the rich people are going with the 4K, but a lot of people are saying just don't do it right now. It's not, you don't need to. Most people aren't going to view it. Supposedly it puts you up in a better rating on YouTube when you, for videos, it puts you in a different category in the searches. But, and that would be worth it maybe. But is it really worth it is what I'm asking people. So leave me your comments. After a little bit more research, I'm thinking maybe I should just stick with 1080p because it works good for me, and I know how to upload and download and render, and I know the speeds and how long that my computer can handle it and my display can handle it, and I'm not going to crash my PC. So give me your comments, your thoughts. And if you agree that I should probably just stick with the 1080p for a while, should I be going with a different camera? Like I said, that 90X on these is really neat, whether it's digital or not. The 150, as I said, I don't use, but I have, and the 3000 I never use. But the 90X, I zoom into 90X all the time. And so give me some comments. if I'm used to the 90x, am I going to be happy with a 20x camera or a 50x camera, or am I going to really notice a big difference and say, I don't like this? I love to zoom in on the moon, the full moon. I make full moon videos every month. I like to go to 90x and zoom in on the moon. Problem is, I get a really good zoom, but I zoom in so far that it cuts out the sides and it cuts out a lot of the moon. So I have to zoom back. I like to zoom in to see it, and then I have to zoom back out to get a nice clean, to get the whole moon with the black sky or the dark sky. So give me your thoughts. Should I hold off? And if I should hold off, which I'm really thinking now that I probably should, if I just stick with the 1080p, should I be going, staying with my Panasonic? Or as far as YouTube, you know, clarity, very few people are going to notice clarity. And most people on YouTube, they watch a video for 2 or 3 minutes, they leave a rude, nasty comment, and then they stop watching. So it's not like we're really looking for the best picture, because most people out there just don't care these days. They don't. They just want to look at a picture for a couple minutes, leave a rude comment, maybe do a thumbs down, a dislike, or whatever they do. And so I'm taking this to all my subscribers and anybody that might find this in the search. 1080p or go with the 4K? And if I stay with the 1080p, you think that I should be using the Panasonic, or should I go with another model? And if I should go with another model, why? With all the stuff I've talked about with the zooming, and I'm not too worried about the lighting. And if I should go with the 4K, what do you recommend? Because as I said right now, I'm looking at these 4K. The 4K from Panasonic is about this size. And I think the new Canon that's coming out in April 2019 is a little bit bigger than this. But that XA11, it's absolutely huge, and it's got the flapper doors on it and the flapper lips, whatever those things are. And it's massive, and I don't know if I really want to lug around a huge camera to go in there, snap a little video, and get out as fast as I can. So, all right, I think I'm going to end the video. And no matter what, you know, we all need those shares, the likes, the thumbs ups, the donate to my PayPal if you want the channel to keep going. And it's a review channel, so if there's something you want me to review, if I can get a hold of it, I'll do the review. And thanks for watching. Looking forward to everybody's comments.